The meeting of the Marquette City Commission is called to order on Monday, August 12, 2024 at 6 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Larson?
Here.
Commissioner Mayer?
Here.
Commissioner Ottaway?
Here.
Commissioner Slagle? Commissioner Smith?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Hanley?
Here.
And Mayor Davis.
Here. Commissioner Schlegel is not here this evening, and I'm looking for a vote for Commissioner Smith.
I move that we excuse Commissioner Schlegel for personal reasons.
And a second? Commissioner Larson.
Second.
Any comment? Okay. All in favor, say yes.
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 Motion passes 6-0. And Commissioners, we have an agenda in front of us, and may I have a motion to Commissioner Smith? She's very active tonight.
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
And a second? Okay, Commissioner Ottaway.
Second.
Comments? Okay. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion passes, any opposed? Motion passes 6-0. I have one announcement this evening. I'm hoping some people are very interested in that, and that is that we're having a Citizens Academy that begins August 28th, which is a Wednesday. It'll start at 5:30, and it will go for 8 weeks. And this is an opportunity for people in the community to learn more about our city in depth. There is an application on our website, and if you are interested, please fill it out. We will be selecting the probably 15 people to participate in the next few weeks. And let's move on to boards and committees. We have some appointments this evening. Okay, Pro Tem Hanley.
I move that we appoint Patrick Pecor to the Marquette Brownfield Redevelopment Authority for an unexpired term ending 2/1/26. Courtney Rajat to the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee for an unexpired term ending 5/30/27. Travis Norman to the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee for an unexpired term ending 5/30/27. And Thomas Adolphs to the Arts and Culture Advisory Committee for an unexpired term ending 6/1/27.
Okay, thank you. And the second? Commissioner Larson?
I'll second that.
Okay, comment?
I would just like to thank everyone for helping out on our boards and committees. It's a big part of our agenda today, looking at the boards and committees coming up, but it's nice to see people really getting involved.
Comment? No. Any others? Okay, all in favor, say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries 6-0, which brings us to public comments. And if there are comments may not exceed 3 minutes per person, please state your name and physical address when making public comments. And if you do care to make a public comment, please step up to the podium.
Hi, I'm Cindy Hansen. I live at 1072 South Lake Street, Marquette, Michigan. And I'm here because I was here a month ago to explain about a parking issue on South Lake Street. And I'm here tonight to thank you for your efforts in resolving that problem. I know the residents on our street are grateful that we don't have to worry about emergency vehicles trying to squeeze through traffic. I also want to thank the city police for their continued effort in trying to help this issue as we were waiting for a solution. So thank you very much.
Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment, and we will move on to our presentations. We have a special one tonight, the Guardian of the Quarter, with Samantha Fuller, and Mr. Jim is here to introduce Samantha.
Mayor Davis and Commissioners, thank you. 24 years ago, we started arriving here and promoting youth leadership with our youth volunteers at the Children's Museum. So it's been a while, and thank you for having us back. We'll get back to routine now. So every 3 months we turn up, and I want to suggest to you that Samantha Fuller here is a wonderful youth volunteer, and she's been at the Children's Museum it's over a year now since COVID started up, and we were able to open up and have youth volunteers on the floor. And she's a wonderful, shy young lady who loves to come and help with our youth, especially our youngest guests, help with birthday parties, all the snakes, but a love affair with Straz, the blue-tongued skink. Yeah. So I'd love to offer her as our this quarter's version of the Guardian of the Quarter.
And Samantha, I have something special for you. I am so thrilled that you are here because we look forward to having young people like you show leadership roles in the community. And I think I've seen you there at the Children's Museum in your role. So thank you so much. I have a certificate here for you that says Certificate of Achievement presented to Samantha Fuller, UP Children's Museum, Outstanding Guardian of the Quarter. So thank you so much for being the Outstanding Guardian of the Quarter. Shake my hand. And I also have another special treat for you, and that is a cupcake. And we're gonna stand right over here because this woman, who's the director of the Children's Museum, you can get in here too, Jim.
This like this in your picture.
Yeah, because this is an official
There we
one.
go.
It's probably gonna go into the newsletter for the Children's Museum.
There's a
right?
good chance.
Here you go. Thank you for coming, Samantha. We have a second presentation today, and that's our Higashiomi Sister City presentation by our associate planners for the delegate visit, Paulette Lindberg and Bill Brazier. So if you two could step up to the podium, and I believe you're going to need the city manager, correct?
Yes. So, good evening. Last week, we celebrated the 45th anniversary of Sister City relations between Marquette and Higashiomi. The program between Marquette and its two sister cities fully embraces cultural understanding, international friendship, and the sharing of ideas. I want to thank you very much to the City of Marquette and the City Commission for making the delegation visit to Marquette a special one. So tonight, Paulette Lindberg and I would like to present to you the Sister City gift from the City of Higashiomi. This gift was handcrafted from a local wood turner using a regional traditional turning method, and it commemorates our 45th anniversary of Sister City relations. Thank you.
I'm on it.
You're on it. There's your picture.
I can send that to Higashiomi. Right. Thank you. You get to enjoy it for the evening.
Paulette, do you have any further information on that particular wood carving?
I know the mayor does.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a very special wood carving, and it's Mayor Ogura, who was here visiting us. It is part of his heritage in the hills in Higashiomi that with the wood carving. And actually, if you look in that little brochure, there's one of his relatives that are in there.
Right. It's from Genji.
Right. So, and it celebrates 45 years of our sister city relationship, which has been the most active sister city relationship in, I would like to think so, in Michigan at least, if not in Higashiomi. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to leave this open here so that you can see after.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Commissioners, I'd suggest you go and take a look at that if you have not already seen it. It's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so as Paulette says, it will be on display at the library in the Sister Cities room in the future. Thank you. Thank you very much. Moving right along. Commissioners, before us is the consent agenda. Looking for a motion? Commissioner Smith?
I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
And a second? Commissioner Larson?
I'll second that.
Any comments? Okay. All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Moving on to new business. We have a board and committee review, IAB? Yeah, okay, but we're going to have some background from our city clerk.
In May, the City Commission directed staff to undertake a review of the City Commission's advisory boards and committees and to report back with any proposed recommendations. Following this review of the city's current advisory boards and committees, staff recommends the elimination of the city's Investment Advisory Board. The IAB, established in 1980, consists of the city CFO, city treasurer, and 3 members appointed by the City Commission. Its primary function has been to review investments and make recommendations regarding city funds. Historically, while city administration has met with the IAB, staff has ultimately been responsible for all municipal investment decisions. Moreover, in recent years, there has been no applicants for the vacant seats on the IAB. Given these factors, staff has determined the elimination of the IAB would streamline the city's advisory structure without compromising the effective management of city investments. Fiscal effect, none by this action. Recommendation, eliminate the city's Investment Advisory Board. Alternatives as determined by the commission.
Okay. Commissioners, do I have a motion? Commissioner Ottaway,
I move to eliminate the city's investment advisory board.
second?
I'll second the motion, Your Honor.
And discussion? Do you want any comments?
Not really. I mean, I guess obviously the action we're taking tonight should really come as no surprise, considering we haven't had anyone on that board for a long time. So this is, in my opinion, mostly clerical. So thank you.
Comments?
I would just echo it's more of a redundancy having it, as the staff that would already oversee it are the committee members.
Okay. Any further comments, commissioners? All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. We'll now move on to number 6, board and committee review for the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. City Clerk.
In May, the City Commission directed staff to undertake a review of the City Commission's advisory boards and committees and to report back with any proposed recommendations. Following this review of the city's current advisory boards and committees, staff recommends consolidating several of the city's advisory boards related to parks and recreation. The Harbor Advisory Committee, Presque Isle Park Advisory Committee, and Parks and Recreation Advisory Board are each charged with oversight of certain recreation activities in the city. PRAB was established prior to 1974 and is tasked with advising the City Commission on the operations of park systems and recreation programs. PIPAC was formed in 1993 and charged with reviewing and developing recommendations impacting Presque Isle Park. HAC was formed in 1954 and tasked with advising the City Commission regarding city shoreline and waterfront topics with a focus on the operations of marinas, mooring fields, and launch facilities. In total, these boards have 27 seats, 10 of which are currently vacant. Since the beginning of 2022, these 3 boards have canceled more than 25 meetings due either to a failure to meet quorum or lack of agenda items. Staff recommends consolidation of these 3 boards into a single Parks and Recreation Advisory Board to include seats representing various recreation areas from across the community. Initially, staff is recommending the commission appoint the 17 current members of PRAB, HAC, and PIPAC to this consolidated PRAB, with the plan to reduce the membership to 11 no later than 2027. Fiscal effect, none by this action. Recommendation, eliminate the existing Harbor Advisory Committee, Presque Isle Park Advisory Committee, and Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, and create a new Parks and Recreation Advisory Board effective September 1st. Also appoint the members as listed in the attachment for terms indicated. Alternatives as determined by the commission.
Thank you. Commissioners, I need a motion. Commissioner Larson.
I move that we eliminate the existing Harbor Advisory Committee, Presque Isle Park Advisory Committee, and Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, and create a new Parks and Recreation Advisory Board effective September 1st. Also appoint the members as listed in the attachment for the terms indicated.
And a second. Pro Tem Hanley,
I second.
comments?
Just that I think this is a good strategic move. I mean, it essentially allows for more cohesive planning and better resource allocation. And I'm also, thankful that we'll see the members continue on the board as we move forward.
Comments? Anyone else? Commissioner Smith.
I just wanted to say thank you to all the committee members that have served before and will continue to serve. We've got a lot of really great resources here, and the goal in this is to continue to protect those to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. And I just would like to just point out that there will be a representation from the different areas of interest on this board as it moves forward. It certainly does not mean that the previous 3 boards were not important. It is really a consolidation of our effort, and I think it will serve us well into the future. So with that, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
And opposed? Motion carries 6-0. And item number 7, boards and committee review policies. City
Sound
Clerk.
like a parrot a little bit here. In May, the City Commission directed staff to undertake a review of the City Commission's advisory boards and committees and to report back with any proposed recommendations. Following this review of the city's current advisory boards and committees, staff recommends repealing the City Commission policies on board and committee attendance and on the applicant appointment process, and is recommending these topics be covered through amendments to the City Commission policy titled Standards for City-Appointed Boards, Committees, and Authorities. The proposed amendments are indicated by highlights in the attached document. The overall policy will now include the attendance and the appointment processes for appointed boards and committees, as well as the process for appointing board members to the newly formed Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Fiscal effect: none by this action. Recommendation: repeal City Commission Policy 1973-01 and 2002-01 and adopt the proposed amendments to City Commission Policy 2023-01. Alternatives as determined by the commission.
Commissioners, may I have a motion? Commissioner Ottaway.
I move to repeal the City Commission Policy 1973-01 and 2002-01 and adopt the proposed amendments to City Commission Policy 2023-01.
And a second? Commissioner Smith.
Second.
Comments?
No, once again, this is kind of us just tightening the screws and making things the way that they should be after making these changes. So very good work from staff on this and really making everything make sense in front of us. Once again, another no-brainer.
Okay. Commissioner Smith? Okay.
Nothing to add.
All right. It's always good to review policies, and I noticed that the one was set in 1973, so it usually needs an update, and it's good to have the two merged together into one, and it also is important to do so with our merging of the 3 recreational-related policies. So, all in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. And with no further new business, we'll move on to public comment. Anyone for public comment this evening? Hey, Barb.
Hi, I'm kind of ill-prepared. Barb outside 1324 North Front Street, and I'm taking this opportunity unprepared, but I happened to stumble into this, and I hope I'm not out of line by asking. But just noticing what was on the, what you guys covered today, the board and committee review policies, I'm wondering if we ever came up about changing the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee. And maybe I'll hear about that in our committee meeting next week. So I'd be really interested if someone wanted to fill me in. And that's all I have. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I will close public comment and move it along to commissioners' comments. And I am going to begin with Commissioner Mayer.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Okay, Commissioner Ottaway?
Yeah, I'll just say real quick, it was a really good turnout for the primary election. I partook in the early voting at the library. I thought that was handled beautifully. I thought it was another just easy way to get out and vote. I want to thank the 1,500 people or so that voted for me, took the time to do that. I look forward to meeting with even more people coming up to the general election and probably seeing a lot of the 1,500 that voted for me once again. So thank you to all those people that supported me, and I look forward to continuing ease of voting.
Thank you. Pro Tem Hanley?
Thank you. I just want to say first a thank you to the wonderful Marquette City Police. We had a very, very busy weekend with people in town this past weekend. I made the mistake of going downtown on Saturday morning, and I won't do that again on Order Shore weekend. It was fantastic, but you guys are doing a great job of keeping us safe. And I want to remind everyone that's coming out, the next few weeks in Marquette are very busy. And it is a good time to keep your eyes out for a lot of pedestrians and bikers and every which one else that will be wandering around our city while we fit in as much as we can before the stuff comes from the sky again. The white stuff. Ugh, I'm not saying the word. But I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Commissioner Smith?
I don't have anything this evening. Thanks, Your Honor.
I do not either, but I will ask, oh, wait, I did that. This is the second time I've done this to you. I shouldn't start with the mayor, Commissioner Mayor.
It's perfectly fine. Just, like Jeremy, I just said, the primary seemed to be very well run. We had, had a little push around 5 o'clock, so I even had to wait in line. So glad to see folks out there partaking in that primary. Also, walking around town and riding around town, it's exciting to see all of the construction that's happening around town. And, especially seeing the Kids Cove Playground coming forward. So it's going to be a great addition once that comes open. And then finally, I think we mentioned Ore to Shore, and Commissioner Smith was raced in the Ore to Shore this weekend. So, congratulations to her, as well as, it's events like that that really make Marquette a wonderful, unique place to be. So I'm really happy that, the city comes out and really puts forth a good effort and show on that event. So thank you.
It really is good to see all the people in town for the various events, and the Ore to Shore is one of those where it's so busy, and there's so many of those events, and it takes a lot of volunteer time, a lot of the organization's time, and a lot of time and effort by our police department to make everyone safe. So thank you very much. And I will just ask the city manager to address the Traffic and Advisory Committee's name change request.
Thank you. To touch on the question at hand is there will be an update that will be provided to the Traffic Parking Advisory Committee at your next meeting, which I believe is right around the corner, right? So you will see that. I probably will be in attendance as well. So that response should be coming back before that board and committee here very, very shortly. So thank you. Are you?
Yes, you are on.
Somebody mentioned construction, and I just wanted to let everybody know also that you will start seeing some of that construction on the Lakeshore Boulevard project for the shoreline restoration. That will, I would say, finally get started, but there have been some road bumps, but also some other things that we're working through with permitting and some of the material testing, and that is cleared and ready to go. So you'll start seeing that this week, and that project is expected to be complete in summer of 2025. And so that is hopefully not going to impact traffic too much, but if you do see that shut down, that's why. That's all. Thank you.
That's all you have. I guess that's it for this evening. I will conclude this meeting at 6:24 p.m.